193 states reach a historic deal to protect marine biodiversity and ensure sustainable use of oceans resources. The United Nations-led negotiations have reached a historic agreement to conserve and ensure the sustainable use of ocean biodiversity. The agreement, called Marine Biodiversity of Areas Beyond National Jurisdiction, also popularly known as the High Seas Treaty, will protect over 30% of international waters. International waters, or high seas, start at the end of countries' exclusive economic zone, stretching up to 200 nautical miles, roughly 370 kilometers, from coastlines, beyond which seas are under the jurisdiction of no country. Although high seas make up more than 60% of the world's ocean bodies, less than 2% is protected. The last international agreement on ocean protection, the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, was signed 40 years ago in 1982. The agreement is being celebrated as a triumph of multilateralism. 193 states negotiated for over a decade, set aside their geopolitical differences to protect ocean bodies from pollution, overfishing, climate change, and exploitation, putting marine biodiversity at risk. Oceans create half the oxygen we breathe and absorb most of the carbon dioxide released by burning off fossil fuel. To mitigate risks and safeguard marine life, the treaty provides for the designation of protected areas within international waters, along with ensuring essential funding for marine conservation. The treaty complements last year's Biodiversity Framework Agreement, which aims to protect 30% of the world's lands and oceans. The lack of a legal framework to protect international waters, or high seas, has led to exploitation of marine resources and monopoly by rich countries and international companies. According to the International Union of Conservation of Nature, IUCN, due to overfishing, deep-sea mining, pollution, and climate change, nearly 10% of marine species are at risk of extinction. A study in 2018 came out with a shocking finding that only one company owned nearly half of the 13,000 patents derived from marine organisms. The marine biodiversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction will not only protect marine biodiversity, but also address a pressing concern of developing countries that a lack of a legal framework to protect high seas has led the global north with resources and technology to monopolize oceans resources. I'm Usama Nizamani, and this was your Daily Dispatch.